Countryside of Montana, USA, there lived a poor rancher named Jack Carter. Every morning before sunrise, Jack worked on his tiny ranch, feeding his cattle, repairing broken fences, and growing a small cornfield. Life was hard. His old wooden farmhouse was falling apart, and every year drought and storms destroyed most of his crops. Even though Jack had very little, he was known throughout the county for one thing: his kindness. Whenever a traveler needed food or shelter, Jack never turned anyone away. One chilly autumn evening, as the sun disappeared behind the Rocky Mountains, Jack noticed an elderly man sitting alone beside an old dirt road near his ranch. The stranger looked tired, hungry, and covered in dust. Jack walked over and said, "Sir, you look exhausted. Please come to my house." The old man smiled weakly. Inside the farmhouse, Jack served him the last bowl of warm vegetable soup and a piece of homemade cornbread. The stranger looked at him with surprise. "You barely have enough for yourself," he said. "Why would you share your last meal with me?" Jack smiled. "My father always told me that kindness always finds its way back home." Suddenly, the lights inside the farmhouse began to flicker. A warm, golden wind filled the room. The old man's clothes transformed into a magnificent blue robe, decorated with glowing stars. His walking stick became a crystal staff shining like the northern lights. Jack stepped back in amazement. The stranger smiled. "I am an ancient wizard. For hundreds of years I have traveled across America searching for the kindest soul. You have passed my test." The wizard raised his glowing staff. Golden light surrounded Jack. "I now grant you 3 magical gifts. First, every crop you grow will become richer and healthier than any farm in America. Second, you will understand every animal that lives on your ranch. And third, every time you help another person without asking for anything in return, your magic will grow stronger." The wizard disappeared into thousands of golden sparks that drifted into the night sky. The next morning, Jack planted a few handfuls of corn seeds. Within hours, green corn stalks rose from the ground. By sunset, the empty field had become the largest cornfield anyone had ever seen. Neighbors drove from miles away just to witness the miracle. But Jack remained humble. A few days later, a bald eagle landed on the fence outside his ranch. The eagle spoke. "Jack, a terrible wildfire is moving toward these hills." Jack immediately believed the eagle. He gathered every rancher in the county. Together, they dug fire breaks, filled water tanks, and moved cattle to safety. Some people laughed at him, but 3 days later, a massive wildfire swept across the mountains. Many ranches were destroyed. Only Jack's ranch and the neighboring farms he had warned remained safe. Everyone called him a miracle worker. Months later, a frightened wild horse galloped onto Jack's ranch. "The river dam is about to break," the horse cried. Jack wasted no time. He warned every family living downstream. Within hours, the old dam collapsed. Because of Jack's warning, every family escaped safely before the flood arrived. News of his bravery spread across the United States. People traveled from every state to meet the humble rancher. But Jack never asked for fame or money. Instead, he used his magical gifts to help struggling farmers, rescue injured wildlife, and feed hungry families. Years passed. His ranch became a place where people and animals lived together in peace. One quiet evening, as the sun painted the Montana sky orange and gold, the ancient wizard returned. He smiled proudly. "You could have used your gifts to become the richest man in America, but instead, you chose kindness. You have proven that a good heart is more powerful than any magic." The wizard lifted his crystal staff one final time. A wave of golden light spread across the valleys, forests, rivers, and mountains. From that day on, every child in the region grew up hearing the story of Jack Carter. They learned one unforgettable lesson. True magic is never found in power or wealth. True magic is found in kindness, courage, and a heart that helps others. And for generations, people across America told the legend of the poor rancher and the mysterious stranger, reminding the world that even the smallest act of kindness can create the greatest miracle.